So now we're on page 2. We're just going to do some practice. So some of these I'll do every step. Sometimes I'll pause the video and then expect you to give this a try, and then we'll just go over the work. For problem 1, we have x squared minus 25 over x squared minus 5x. Both the numerator and denominator are binomials, which means we have to factor. So our top expression x squared minus 25 is difference of perfect squares. It factors to x minus 5 times x plus 5. Our bottom part, our denominator, x squared minus 5x, you can take out a GCF, so that's x, and then we're left with x minus 5. So now I'm going to cross off the matches, the x minus 5's match, and you're left with x plus 5 all over x. And remember, you can't cross off these two x's because this up here is cemented together by that plus sign. So that is your final answer. Now, let's see if I can. This is a Word document. There it is. Question 2. Get rid of the yellow. Alrighty. So our numerator, take out a GCF. We do a lot of GCF in here. Take out a 6, you're left with x plus 2. Now, unfortunately, this guy down here, I see a 2 as our A term, but I can't take out a GCF. So this is the AC method. So I'm just going to rewrite it over here, almost like scrap work. I have to split that middle term. So I'm going to find two numbers that multiply to negative 12, add up to 1. So that's a plus 4x and a minus 3x. So now I have 2x squared. I'm going to bring that down. Group them. So I have 2x and then x plus 2. And I'm going to take out a minus 3, and I have x plus 2. So now our factored expression is x plus 2. And then 2x minus 3. X plus 2's cancel. So you're left with 6 on the top, 2x minus 3 on the bottom. And that is your final answer. 3 and 4 are a little bit trickier because that pesky negative 1 is back. That pesky negative 1. Okay. So I'm going to do something and then I'm going to erase it. If I take out a GCF here, I can take out a 6 and I end up with 4 minus x. Now, hopefully this looks a little wonky to you because usually the x is first. Oops, just cleared the whole thing. So what you can do is pull out a negative 1 and then flip the order. 6x minus 24. We haven't changed the value of that. I just made it look different to meet our needs. So now I have a negative 1 and I'm going to pull out a 6 as a GCF. So then I'm left with x minus 4. Now another way you can look at this, instead of a negative 1 times 6, you could say this is a negative 6. It means the same exact thing, whatever works for you. Now on the bottom, this is a trinomial, and our A term is a 1. So I have an x and an x. Multiply to 12, add to negative 7 is a minus 4 and a minus 3. So now I'm going to cross off my matches in the numerator and the denominator, and I am left with negative 6 over x minus 3. Oops. Is it going to? Nope, not going to let me move that. You have to go back. Whoops, 2 mouse. Okay, so there's number 4. Didn't quite mean for it to happen like that. So So I see what I'm kind of pausing about. I see this exponent's bigger than that one, so it's not written in standard form, but let's pretend I didn't notice. Okay, I'm going to take a GCF out on the top, 5y, so I'm left with y minus 4 inside the parentheses. And then in our denominator, I'm going to take out a GCF of y squared, and I'm left with 4 minus y. Now, this is another option. I see these signs, they're different, but the signs are backwards. Y minus 4 and 4 minus y. So I could take out a -1 and make the signs match, or you can cross them off, but what you have to do is leave a -1 behind. And that can be on the top or it can be on the bottom, which means our answer can be -5y, over y squared, or 5y over -y squared. Or you can put the negative in the middle. It doesn't matter. It is the same thing. And the reason why I said is because I can simplify this a little bit. A y to the 1 over a y to the 2. So our simplified version, I'm going to put the negative right smack in the middle. 5 over y to the 1. And that is your simplified answer. Now, these were monomials. There were no plus or minus signs. That's why I could break that up. I'm going to stop this video and start another one for page 3. And for this problem, you're going to do more on your own.